Morning on Football 360 Degrees. A little bit later on, I'll throw the phone lines open, so get ready to jump in on it and give your 2 penny worth. Yes, 0700000889. That is the number to dial. Remember, you can also get your submissions across on Twitter at 89BrillaFM, and of course the Facebook fan page Sports Radio Brilla for Orella. Starting off on the local scene, the Super Eagles are ready to take on Corsica. Ordinarily, a game against the European team, which is not even affiliated to World Football Governing Body FIFA, should not draw such massive interest as this has. But so many things are involved in this particular matchup, and that holds on May 26. Now, players have started arriving camp, and the Corsica people are happy at the opportunity to play Nigeria. Why shouldn't they be? In the meantime, Sunshine Stars are said to be given the boot from their home ground by the league management company. Following the violence that marred the Premier League game against Lobby Stars in Akure on Sunday, Sunshine lost 1-0 to the visiting team after Kingsley Duo scored in the 15th minute of the first half of the match played at the Akure Stadium. Now, some fans of a home team allegedly disrupted the match for some minutes by throwing various objects at the match officials, and for that, they will be kicked out of a home ground, yes indeed, to learn their lesson and return to better ways. Well, let's move further. Phil Zamalek were held barren at Ali Tripoli and the CAF Champions League yesterday, while the Etoile du Sahel took control of Group A after securing a dramatic 2-1 victory at Al Merreikh. Former Premier League forward Hamza Bouazza hit the winner in the 3rd minute of added time to ensure the Tunisian side maintained their 100% record, and that's after 2 games. Now, elsewhere in Group A, Ferroviária Beira of Mozambique drew barren at home to Al Hilal Omdurman in one of 3 goalless games on the day, leaving both sides winless in the competition. And in the CAF Confederations Cup, Nigeria's sole survivor Rivers United will today in Putaka take on FUS Rabat of Morocco. Definitely keep you updated on that one. We're still talking football. Let's go to the to the governing body. Yes, indeed, and the man in charge, Gianni Infantino. Well, he told President Vladimir Putin yesterday that he was satisfied with Russia's preparations ahead of hosting the Confederations Cup in June and in the 2018 World Cup. Meanwhile, Putin assured Infantino that Russia will strive to make sure the construction of the Confederations Cup and World Cup facilities was completed in time. Now, the president added that he considered developing the game further in Russia to be the primary objective of staging the global showpiece. Yes, still action right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla for Rilla. Let's go to England, where Manchester United have taken a first look at the Friends Arena in Stockholm ahead of the Europa League final clash with Ajax tonight. Yes, the Red Devils trained at their Carrington base before flying out to Sweden for the showpiece against the Eredivisie giants. United were originally scheduled to host a pre-match media conference upon arrival, but that was cancelled after a suicide bomber killed 22 people and injured another 59 at Manchester Arena following a concert by American pop star Ariana Grande on Monday. Sad one, of course, still generating a lot of reaction from all across the globe, and even right here on Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, we are still commiserating with them and praying that God keep the families and give them the fortitude to bear the loss. All right, still talking football. Let's let you know that Ajax head coach Peter Bosz believes today's Europa League final between the Dutch Giants and the Red Devils has lost its glow after the English city was hit by the terror attack we just mentioned. Yes, indeed, UEFA confirmed the minute silence will be observed prior to kickoff at the Friends Arena in Stockholm, with the players wearing black armbands, while initial plans for a pre-match show are to be scaled back. All right, let's let you know that former international Frank Leboeuf expects Real Madrid boss and countryman Zinedine Zidane to eventually succeed Didier Deschamps as France coach. Now, fresh off claiming La Liga for the very first time as Madrid coach, Zidane's stocks are high in European football, having delivered the Champions League to the Spanish Giants last season. It has been a quick and seamless rise for the 3-time FIFA World Player of the Year, who played for Madrid from 2001 to 2006 after stepping into his first senior coaching role as a replacement for Rafa Benitez in January 2016. Now, attempting to mastermind Madrid's successful Champions League title defense against Juve on June 3rd, no club has gone back-to-back in a prestigious club competition. You recall, Zidane is already being earmarked for the France job. Well, I mean, the man is still having fun. Why should he want to go now? Now, Manchester City are confident, yes, very confident of completing a £100 million double swoop of their Premier League rivals for Alexis Sanchez and Kyle Walker. And as according to a report, Citizens boss Pep Guardiola is said to have prioritized landing the two star names to strengthen his own squad at both ends of the field, while also weakening his title foe. Sanchez is soon to enter the final 12 months of his contract with Arsenal and may be sold if the right offer is tabled, with a Chilean yet to put pen to paper on a new £250,000 a week deal handed to him. It is a different case for Tottenham Hotspur fullback Walker, meanwhile, who is rumored to have recently fallen out with manager Mauricio Pochettino and is now eager to return back north. Let's talk about another coach. His name is Craig Shakespeare, and he has opened talks with Leicester City after being offered the managerial job on a permanent basis. The 53-year-old agreed to take charge of the Foxes for the final 3 months of the 2016-2017 campaign, following the controversial sacking of Claudio Ranieri. Now, after turning around the Foxes' form, guiding them from relegation trouble into their final position of a 12th place, Shakespeare was backed by his players to stay on for the long term. Definitely has grown a relationship, not just with the players, but more importantly, the fans.
And new. Check out the all-new website.
www.breela.net.
See what we're up to.
On air, online, and on the go.
With our brand new and totally redesigned website.
It's just a click away. www.breela.net.
There can only be one. Sports Radio, 88.9, Brilla FM.
The name of the game. The name of the game.
Yes, Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, your champions dial, a beautiful language Wednesday morning. And of course, it is still football 360 degrees. A lot happening all around the big, beautiful world of football. And it's time to let you have a say. Yes, indeed, 0700 as the number to dial to it at 89 Brilla FM. And don't forget the Facebook fan page, Sports Radio Brilla for Orilla. Good morning to you, Sogene Edafi, the Elegbeteron, the ruler of the Mede Kingdom.
Thank you very much. Good morning to you, the Jiggy Man.
Yes,
Good
indeed.
morning to the listeners as well.
Good morning to the listeners. Mr. Adair also here. How you doing today, brother man?
Yeah, I'm good, and you?
I'm very, very fine, thank you. Antonios Becker de Remus, yes, indeed. Looking like he had a night on the tiles. If you know what that means, well, I don't know. I'm not going to break it down. Good morning to you, Anthony.
Yeah, thank you very much, Akim Kilani. Good morning to you, and good morning to the rest of the crew.
All right, yes. Football action, and that is what is happening right here. And we are counting down to when things go down. No, don't look at that. We're not talking about Manchester United and Ajax. No, we're talking about Nigeria. Well, come on, we're local boys. So let's look at our home side first. Yes, that game, like we said, in Corsica is a friendly, but suddenly it's taking on so much significance. Gentlemen, why is this game so important? It's just a friendly against, well, I don't want to call them lowly rated, but then that's the fact. Corsica, not exactly a high up when you're talking about football sides to play in a friendly. But then this match is very important. Why is it important?
Well, it's coming at the end of a football season. Players, are eager to, of course, end their season, go on rest. But unfortunately, we still have the small matter of South Africa on the 10th of June. It has become very, very important after doing so well. Some of those players for their respective club sides, it's only, it's only necessary to see if they can continue with the fine form, at the national team level. So playing against Corsica and then playing against Togo is quite important. Good for the coach to see these players again and, ascertain their fitness and their readiness to take on South Africa. We missed out on the Nations Cup the last time out. We're trying to right all the wrongs from the past. So it gives it additional importance when you put all these ingredients together.
Not training match it be. I don't know when they move from that training match to the importance, but the importance is more for those French players because to them this is a case of they say make I invite you now. I don't invite you now. Prove yourself. If they go lose, for instance, scandalously to Corsica 5-0, some people not go get a second chance. That's so football be. But if they beat Corsica 5-0, then there's competition. Even the players who they don't invite, your Giorgio Di Gallo, the Brandy Day, the Mikel Obi, the rest of them go say, oh, let's say for instance they beat Corsica, hypothetically, they beat Corsica 5-0. They play Togo again, they beat Togo 5-0. The story don't change because what it means is we now have a new national team that's competing against the established order. You understand? So the mix become different. But if they lose 5-0 to Corsica, O-level, below O-level Corsica, and lose to O-level Togo 5-0, even if 2-0 the story changes because some people don't tend to say, well, hasta la vista, not come to this national team again, you not get place in the national team. So that's where the importance is. But for me, as a follower of football, na training match this be. This is like pre-season. Na training match be, and that's where it ends. I don't take up too serious.
Okay, let's talk about a more important match then, even as it concerns Nigerian football. It's about our sole representative in the CAF Confederations Cup, Rivers United, who will take on FUS Rabat of Morocco in Port Harcourt. Are you expecting anything from that game?
I expect a victory for Rivers United. I hope that they can continue their home form on the continent. If they play to their strengths, and they stop from where they could, they continue from where they stopped in previous games, they will win. It's going to be a difficult game. Rivers United must understand that they've lost their first away game, and it is important, very imperative of them, how important that they win their 3 home games. I see a situation whereby 10 points might just be good enough to qualify them for the next round, and they must take all their points at home, and they must, give a statement by beating FUS Rabat tonight. Today in Port Harcourt.
Let me go by that same line too, because Rivers United have shown that on the home front to them they're solid, they can deliver. So I'll count on them on that. But if they do any FUS Rabat to not be weak side, they also they calculate this mathematics what they do now. So they also they do and say, okay, we won our first game, low margin. If we fit damage one of our competition, which is Rivers United, the journey is easy, because what that means is it's not a 2-horse race between them and
Club African.
So they can say, okay, we pick 6 points here. That's exactly what Zamalek did to him last time out. We pick 6 points already, so we know we have 2 more games at home. It means we can even top the group. They start talking about topping the group. So Rivers United need to.
If they lose, they should forget it.
If Rivers United lose this one, they don't come out. I'm not expecting them to qualify from the group, but let them just make a little money from the group by scoring goals and winning a few games.
All right. Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, your champions dial. A beautiful morning. We're talking football. When we return, we'll take a look at what's going down later today. And of course, it's Manchester United and Ajax.
Don't miss the Conga Gadget event from 24th May to June 2nd.
Conga.com. There can only be one. Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM.
Yes, Sports Radio 88.9 Brilla FM, your champions dial. A beautiful language Wednesday morning. And of course, we are still talking football, still counting down to when that game will come up later on this evening. And of course, we'll look at the permutations a little bit later on. But what about now? Let's let you know that this man, his name Frank Leboeuf, expects Real Madrid boss and countryman Zinedine Zidane to eventually succeed Didier Deschamps as France coach, coming on the heels of his success with Real. Yes, indeed. And that's what we're talking about. A quick and seamless rise for the 3-time FIFA World Player of the Year, who played for Madrid from 2001 to 2006. But then, is it a natural thing? That's what we're asking. Well, we'll find out when we bring you on board, going to the phone lines. And then, of course, Manchester City, who are confident of completing a £100 million double soup of the Premier League rivals of Alexis Sanchez and Kyle Walker. Do you see this happening? Can they prize both players away from their respective clubs for £100 million? That sounds like a bargain to me.
Well, it's more than a bargain, but if you look at the situation of Alexis Sanchez, 1 year left on his contract, and the actual value of Alexis Sanchez is around 25 million. If you do the calculations and the money left, how much he earns and how much is left on this contract. So if they decide to pay Arsenal 50, it's mouth-watering. Arsenal has never sold a player for 50 million, and they are giving them 25 million pounds extra. I think Arsenal should sell. That would be big business. If you sell for 50 million, obviously, if you add, it's not Manchester City's fault that he had 1 year left on his contract. They're only taking full advantage of the fact that 1 year is left on his contract and Arsenal will not play Champions League football. They should sell. And another 50 million for a defender, Kyle Walker, they should also sell. How many defenders cross the 40 million barrier? And this one, 50 million, the 50 million threshold, they should sell.
The thing about Kyle Walker, it should be even easy to sell because the player is not in good terms with Mauricio Pochettino. If you know Mauricio Pochettino very well, if you cross his path, that's the end of it. I mean, it's an Argentine thing. You cross any Argentine coach path, you're dead and buried. So he knows he won't play. And then if somebody is willing to pay that much, I mean, Adebayo was a good player now, but when he crossed the path of Mauricio Pochettino, we know how he ended. Somewhere in Turkey, eating turkey, dancing on Instagram videos. So Kyle Walker, if anybody want to pay 50 million for Kyle Walker, not a centre half, but it's playing on the side. But I know Levy will take the money. That will not be discussed.
All right, now talking about coaches, two men come up. Luciano Spalletti has the ideal profile to be the next coach of Inter, and that's according to club's former president Massimo Moratti. I wonder if you agree. And also, Craig Shakespeare has opened talks with Leicester City after being offered the managerial job on a permanent basis, according to reports from some quarters. So, two men, two coaching jobs. Should they fill those shoes?
I start with Luciano Spalletti. I think it's a good choice. It's tested, not very trusted, but I still think it's a good choice. As for Craig Shakespeare, Craig Shakespeare, I think we've begin. You know, we're seeing the real Leicester now under Craig Shakespeare. The way they were smashed on the final day of the Premier League, I'm sure.
The day before the final day.
No, the final day of the Premier League now.
The final day they play 1-1 now.
Okay, the day before. The game before the final. The way they were smashed by Tottenham Hotspur at home.
Why are you this? Why are you this? Why are you
that's this. You know, somebody would quickly remind Chris.
This is a sign of things to come.
This is a sign of what to come. It was the last game of the season. They were playing at home in front of their fans. Give them something to dream of ahead of the new campaign, and you get smashed.
It happens.
Happen where? I beg.
If that had been factored in, then he probably wouldn't have been offered the job.
Don't worry. That's what I give Alapadu 6 years contract for Newcastle. Now firewood, they take driver more.
All right, phone lines are buzzing. Let's bring you on board. 0700 Hello, good morning, somebody. How you doing, brother man? No, Gremlin's on that line. You have to call me back. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Morning to you, bro. What's going on? How you doing, bro?
I'm good.
Good. What's your
My name is Emmanuel. I'm calling from Lekki.
All right, where are you picking it up from, Emmanuel?
Yeah, first of all, I want to congratulate the Manchester victims. You know, because they went down today. It's a very bad one. Then I want to talk about the Europa League final today. It's going to be a fantastic player. And I hope that will be the talk of our tackle today. Because I want to hear my guy, Toby,
all right, you'll have to wait to find out exactly what's going to be on the hard tackle.
I understand now.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning,
Good morning to you. Good morning.
Good morning, Chief Tony. That is good morning.
Okay. Good morning.
My name is Dr. Nanda Killa from the Massive Weather Park.
All right, let's hear from you, Marcel.
Yeah, first of all, I want to talk about Spy Good for me, Mass. What Chief Tony says very good to me. Opportunity comes but once. Whoever make that team should be serious. They need to win that match. Any match is a match. Or if there's anything, winning and winning, let them do that and show their swagger. There's a match and that is know the amount they will take with Europa couple. Now for 15 minutes, 95. But for the Bas United, they should wake up. Home team is a home team. They need to win. Nothing. So when they go away, they can get the driving which 1-0. And it's very good luck. God bless you, Natty.
Thank you so much. God bless you too. Yes, hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Jiggy.
Good morning to you, brother man.
Carol.
Good morning.
I just want to quickly talk about.
What's your name? You didn't tell us your name.
My name is Ola. I'm calling from Satellite.
All right, go ahead then.
Yeah, I want to quickly talk about Manchester United Europa League final today. Although I'm a Liverpool fan, but I would like Man U to win the Europa League at any cost. Whatever the player can do to just help the English team so that we can be five in the Champions League next season. I just pray for them that they will win and win very big.
All right.
Jiggy,
thank you so much.
Isn't it strange that a Liverpool fan
that's football.
Not the football, though. The fan of football for Nigeria are different from the ones for England. I'm not sure an English fan of Liverpool go wish Man United well.
No, you have to take a look at the context of the rivalry, the texture. It's not as deep here as it is over there.
No, they never understand.
That's exactly.
Let me give you a typical example.
Sir Alex swore that in this era Liverpool not gonna win anything.
A fan of Tottenham Hotspur saw Hector Bellerin driving JJJ the goal you went to taunt him. You are not playing in the Champions League. We are finished above you.
Told him mind the gap, finish above you.
Frustrate the guy.
That's how it is over there. All right, let's go on Twitter.
There is a pub.
Christopher Alex says on Twitter, he said for the Europa League final today, I'm with Ajax Amsterdam. I can't stand seeing United in the UEFA Champions League next season. Is that beef or what? Ifeanyi Salgado says that Rivers United has a huge task ahead of them today. They should try everything possible to get all 3 points. I wish them the very, very best. Ifeanyi Salgado, yes, he did had his birthday yesterday. I said a happy birthday to him. Sorry for that. We didn't wish you a happy birthday yesterday on the show. EJ Moses, oh, you did. Okay, all right.
It covers us.
Yeah, ITK, don't mind you. Stay there. EJ Moses, still on Twitter, says, I don't think
nice
Tottenham and Arsenal should think twice about selling Alexis and Walker. £50 million is a good price tag. And Anyton Sam says, Ajax have a good squad up front, but I strongly believe Man United will make us proud by winning with a close margin. When you say us, yeah, I think you're talking about the Man U fans. All right, let's take some more calls. Yes, indeed. It is Football 360 Degrees. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, good afternoon, Carol.
Hey, Carol, Sorieto.
And you're going to take along with Carol. No, go ahead.
I want it down.
Carol.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Foundation. I'm coming up at this moment.
Go ahead.
I don't know why I went down the board. I waited for 50 million for us. I like that. Should be going. Because if they have just to carry him to the let him go there. It's a very good thing. I'm Manchester United today. I don't know what to do. They'll do them. Good morning.
All right, thank you so much. Good morning to you. Football 360. Hello there. Hello, good morning.
Hello, Junior.
Good morning to you. Wow. Hello? No, Gremlin attack. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is the
All right, let's hear from you.
Yeah, I want my to for them to come to Champions next season. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much. Very top of mind for him is that game between Manchester United and Ajax. All right, we'll x-ray when we return. Right about now, we must move on up. Yes, indeed, taking you to another level. Let's pick up our papers and find out what's obtainable. Let's hook you up with the sports pages.
Language Wednesday, Adala Champions, Sports Radio 88.9 Brother FM. In your right on time for sports pages, I am Victor Okani. We get started with the punch this morning. First headline here says, Amo under pressure.